Nice pair of houses.
Oh yeah. Morning, Kevin here. Yes. Look behind me. There's Cynthia and Steve and Laura and Joe and Shelley, my daughter. She's joining us on a walk for the first time. And no complaints on the way round, please. Okay. Thank you. And we are going that way, over there.
Said where we are.
Yeah.
Haven't we?
You haven't said where you are.
Where are we?
Witley.
We're in Witley. Did I mention that? Probably not.
No, you didn't.
Shall we get going? Shall we get going? We're going to go this way, look.
So well done.
We've just come walking down this lovely track with high banks either side, with oak trees mainly lining the path. Up here we've got some common land with heather and gorse and all out in flower, but we're just going off onto this side path now, and we've got this wonderful cottage in front of us. Just look at that. Lovely leaded light windows, lovely wrought iron gates, which Joe has been eyeing up already. See if he can come down here and lift them with his truck. Yeah. For anybody that doesn't know it, Joe is a blacksmith, and we are going to be planning a trip to see Joe, and he has threatened to get me ironing, what do you call it, forging something. Is that the right terminology?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's going to be a laugh. So we're going to head along. Which way are we going, guys?
Up here.
Oh, up there. Okay.
Which one? I don't know.
Oh, we're not going up that one then. We're going down this one then. Yeah.
Testing.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. As usual on my walks, we've got 2 people with maps, and today they actually match. Is that right? Steve and Cynthia have got the maps. They know the route we're going on. I never know the routes we're going on. I know where we're going to be, but that's about it.
Steve was telling me that you do
Holly bushes.
Yeah.
Still walking through this lovely bit of woodland, actually. Well, actually surrounded by holly all around us. Lots of hazel, oak, silver birch. We've just come past a huge property back there. I wouldn't like to have the bill of paying for the fencing. There's a bird up above us. I can hear it, but I can't see it as usual. Oh, it's blue tits. Blue tits up there. And it's really nice today. There's lots of chatter going on amongst the group of us. We're talking about all different things. Joe's been talking about his
And then a few more properties inside. In from view, behind the vegetation, on the left is Sweetwater Pond. Right, let's keep going.
Yep.
So the instructions that you both got are
Identical.
which is great.
But from different websites.
Different websites. That's good.
I've got
But
pictures
Steve
on mine.
has pictures, which is very helpful.
Oh, well, I prefer ones with pictures,
Mine doesn't, it's all reading.
because pictures is what I can deal with. I can't deal with letters and words and things like that. But this is a planned 5-mile walk.
Wonder what it will turn out to be.
The last walk we did last month was a planned, I think, 5-mile walk, which then turned into a 7.5-mile walk. Cynthia, being very, very alert, seeing that this place is called No Turning Cottage. And there's CCTV watching us as well, according to that. but it is a rather lovely looking place. Tile hung with a little glass conservatory on the end, at the end of the driveway. Rather nice. And dogs running free. This is an area of rather lovely properties all the way down this well, it's a track, country track. But you'd need a lot of money to buy them, that's for sure. It would rinse my bank account out very quickly. How rude. Did anybody hear that?
Hopefully not.
Cynthia said, and I'm going to make this, public. This is what Cynthia thinks of me. She said, you wouldn't even have the deposit from the sale of my place. How rude.
True or not true?
Well, it might be true. It might be true. I'm not going to say one way or the other.
Okay.
But what
Are
I
you
will...
a secret millionaire?
I'm not going to divulge any information, personal information. But
Are you
what
one
I
of
will...
those lottery winners that never admitted it?
I'm sorry, I can't admit to that.
No devils.
But I will say something that Steve said just now, and that is, I do have feelings. Which is something I come up with quite often when we're out on the walks. Because, viewer, I have this sort of thing happen every time we go out. I am picked on relentlessly by Steve and Cynthia. You don't know what I have to put up with to bring these lovely videos to you. Hang on.
Yeah?
Any other comments you'd like to make, the pair of you? You sure?
We're having a lovely day.
We're lucky with the weather again.
No, is that Enton Hall?
Well, we've just been coming down through here, as I mentioned just now, through these lovely trees. And away in the distance, which this camera may not be able to pick up, is a big property, and it's called Enton Hall. And we've got to head down this way, and Cynthia has got some information which she can bring to us.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it was built by a father for his daughter for her wedding present in late Victorian times, I think about 1880. So it was a mansion, cottages, yards, coach house, quite a big estate.
Yeah, it sounds it.
And then in 1948 it became a health hydro. I actually know a little bit about it because my husband once worked there, and it was I think the first of the nature cure type hydros in the country, and a very famous osteopath, Peter Leith, worked there, who was like the father of all osteopaths.
Oh, right.
It became under the ownership of I think I'm right, the Seventh-day Adventists in the 90s, probably 1990s.
Okay.
And then eventually it closed because it was, I think, considered a bit old-fashioned. The more modern hydros like Forest Mere, Greyshot Hall, places like that were attracting the big money.
Ah, okay.
And people stopped going because it was very, very basic. I mean, you were put on starvation diets, you did have to have cold plunges, you did sleep outside in wooden huts. That's what it was true nature cure.
It sounds to me more like torture than health cure.
I think that's what people thought. But you did have quite a few famous people there. Among them, I think Ian Fleming. Which film was it, Steve? He was inspired?
Thunderball.
Thunderball.
While he was staying there. And this is Sweetwater Lake.
Sweetwater Lake, just here. Carry on. Where's Joe?
Just there.
Walk alongside me, Joe. Now then, repeat what you said just now.
The silver birch tree, Betula pendula, in my opinion, is one of the best woodman's trees going because of all the things it has to offer. So its bark is very good for fire lighting.
Yep.
Certain times of the year you can drink the sap and you can make birch wine and all different types of things for drinking. And the wood is very nice to carve and work with. So all in all, it's a very good woodland tree, and the species are across the pond where they make silver birch canoes, where the obviously it's thicker, but it's, you know, similar family.
Yeah.
And they've been, you know, some of the best canoes and craftsmanship in the world, and especially for trading back in the time. So yes, definitely all in all, and for looks, the silver birch tree is my favourite tree.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Silver birch is a lovely looking tree. And as I mentioned just as we started this section of the walk, I don't think I've seen so many silver birch trees in one clump of woodland before for a long time.
Yeah, it's funny actually, because before we got to here, they have quite a lot of silver birch around Borden.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, in certain areas when you drive, almost like patches like that.
Yeah.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask a question. Your knowledge of fencing.
Yeah.
Is that lead that I use? Join it together.
It looks it to me, yeah.
Joe will know what it is.
We used to use them. We actually used to use them to join things when I was working in forestry.
Yeah.
I thought they were a certain bit of metal. I think it's like
Yeah, I don't know if it is lead, because otherwise people will be coming along taking it off.
It's more just a coated bit.
Yeah.
Onto the railway in a minute.
They wouldn't be wanting to lick it too often, would they? They get lead poisoning.
You know, Dave, when he was a kid, used to put the lead pellets in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Primer armour, isn't it, that one?
Is it?
It's a what? A Weimar armour.
Little one too. Don't leave me here.
Yeah. And Steve mentioned, I think it was Steve mentioned, was it Steve mentioned just now we're going under a railway bridge?
Yeah, we're going under a railway bridge. There's a tunnel under the railway bridge.
And we are just approaching it now. Right, here we go, under this railway bridge.
One day when I have my big house.
There we go. It's lovely, it's quite a narrow bridge actually. It's right above us.
Sorry, just getting the back of Kevin's head.
Tell us when you're going to stop and
The brickwork in these types of bridges always fascinate me as to how the bricks are laid in such a lovely uniform finish. And the only way they could have done that is to have had a curved timber which they would have then built from above. To support it as they're building it. Absolutely fantastic. Let me show you back through the other way. And you can see the arch and the bridge, and then the normal laid brickwork above. We are now in Witley, and we're outside of All Saints Church of Witley. We stopped on a recreation ground just a second ago and we had a little bit of a break, but we are now heading up that direction, across the road. There's this amazing looking school. Just look at that. AD 1836 it says up there. And you've got those high windows that go up into dormers. Got 3 of them, so that's quite incredible. And you've got the little sort of porch area on the side. What are you waiting for?
You?
You need to wait for me. Follow the leader. That's Laura.
Past the Jubilee Hall.
Yeah, that's where we park, isn't it?
Also on your left.
There.
Yep.
Ignore
That's
the
it.
pass sign to the left. Why do I have to say that?
It's like you don't go wrong, Steve.
Instead, keep right.
Just here in front of us, this is Old Barn Cottage. Got this fantastic timber frame building. with all brickwork above, and we've got a rendered area between the posts just here with little leaded light windows in the side. It's a fantastic little place. Just look at that. And I'll give you a shot back down towards the church. So we've got to head up here, and Steve said we've got to ignore the path to our left, evidently. These lovely primroses and narcissi, I think they are. Aren't they pretty?
They're miniature daffs.
Oh, miniature daffs. I got it wrong again, folks. You will all remember how often I get corrected, and it's still happening. I don't know. Gosh, I've just looked into this driveway of this house. Look at the daffodils there. Or are they miniature daffodils? They are daffodils. They're lovely, beautiful colours. At least April will be happy because I've just seen May Cottage. Haha. We've come down path there, and we're just passing this house. And the house here, it's got this huge building. It's like a barn. Cynthia said it might have had some sort of an industry in there in the past, but it's absolutely massive. But anyway, we're heading along here, this sort of stone track. Something we've seen a lot of today is bamboo. But this is, again, this is a lovely, well, it's obviously a track that leads up to a house, but it's got laurel, lots and lots of laurel round us now. Got houses away to our left hand side, and some of the properties are on top of the hill there, they're absolutely huge. Lovely. Cynthia's behind me, I think she's still there. Yes, she's still there. I think we must be nearly back now. I don't know. Soon find out. Well, we think. Cynthia's hoping we are nearly back. So probably you can see behind me. Yeah, they're still there.
There's a closed thing here.
Oh no. Perhaps we're not back.
Like a temporary. Oh no, might be a permanent. Oh, it's sliding the brick. I think we're all right.
Yes. Cynthia says we are okay. Yes, she's right. I think it's the side of the bridge going over the railway, which means once we've crossed the railway, we should be at a car park. Possibly.
There we are. There's the car park.
Yep, that's it. Here we are.
There we are.
London that way. Portsmouth that way. Odd squint in looking into the sun. We've got back to Witley Station, and the mileage, Dave Ford, just to let you know, the mileage was spot on, 5.1 miles. We can do it. Anyway, so this will be Kevin, Shelley, Cynthia, Laura, Steve and Joe saying bye-bye, and thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
My name's Andrew Norris, and I'm sitting in a meadow in Croatia. If, like me, you've just enjoyed watching Kevin's latest video, do give him a thumbs up. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing. Click the bell notification and you'll be kept informed of any future videos that Kevin uploads. Thank you.